people with a vision on what we're going to look like on the other side.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Mark Cuban, billionaire entrepreneur, philanthropist, and owner of the Dallas Mavericks, has achieved legendary success during his career. Cuban found numerous business opportunities even as a child and teen.
I started my first businesses when I was 9, 10.
At 12 years old, he sold sets of garbage bags to save up for a pair of shoes he wanted. During high school, the young entrepreneur earned extra dollars as a stamp and coin salesman, a story similar to the young Warren Buffett. After graduating college, Cuban began a career in software and networking by starting his own consulting business, Micro Solutions, which he sold in 1990 for $6 million. Years later, Cuban and his friend Todd Wagner created Broadcast.com, an online streaming audio service. Yahoo proceeded to purchase the business for $5.7 billion in stock in 1999. So what's Cuban's advice for success? Although he doesn't think there's a default success for success, there are certain things Cuban believes entrepreneurs and business leaders alike should abide by to put themselves in the best position to succeed. Cuban warns against the conventional career advice of following your passion and believes that is easily the worst advice you could ever give or get, because everyone is passionate about something.
And being an entrepreneur that transfers into the Mavs, I've always been passionate.
Those passions aren't worth a nickel. Instead of following your passion, Cuban advises to follow your skill set.
In the library, reading business books and just looking for business biographies and just reading all I could about business.
The things he ended up being really good at were things he found himself putting effort into. A lot of people talk about passion, but that's not really what you need to focus on. Because when you look at where you put your time, where you put your effort, that tends to be things that you're good at. Work like someone spending 24 hours to take it all away from you. Cuban advises outworking everybody to the best of your ability. If you outwork everybody, if you try to be a little smarter than everybody, if you try to be a better salesperson than everybody, if you try to be better prepared than everybody, you've got your best chance.
I've failed more times. I've been fired from more jobs than most people have had. Whoever's in charge is in charge. To me, the definitions of success isn't how much you have in the bank. It's not, what you drive or how you fly. It's do you wake up every morning with a smile on your face, excited about your life and excited about the day. And to me, that's the goal every day. And so far, companies do, or startups do. They come up with an idea, they'll Google it, and if they don't see it in the first 2 pages, they think it's original. You've got to go back, right? Because over the past 15 years, there's so many different businesses that have tried and failed. So you've got to understand all the implications, and you have to learn from history. And so the best advice I can give you on a video before talking to you or emailing with you is that you've got to find out the history of people who have tried your idea, because there's a 99.99999% chance that your idea has been tried before. That's not a good reason not to start it, because you might be able to outperform them, but you better learn from the history of your idea, because you know what they say about people who don't learn from history.
I think we are about to go through a huge transformation in digital media for the simple reason that people are starting to recognize that our privacy is disintegrating in a lot of respects. And I don't think that's necessarily horrible, but we've gone from a scenario where we were a little bit concerned about cookies and how different online sites would track us, to not really realizing in social media that every person you follow on Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Facebook, whatever it may be, every person you retweet, repin, repost, renote, regram on social media defines who you are. And there are applications now who are collecting every bit of that and creating profiles about you and anticipating what you're going to do next. And so you are, by what you do on social media, you are creating a profile about yourself. And that is going to be used not just by online companies, but that's going to be used in every walk of life. You're going to go look for a job, and they're going to run an online social media analysis of you and use that as a psychological profile. So it's understanding what your skill set is, finding the right place to use those skills, and then going for it. Will that make you 250 grand? It depends if you pick the right industry. But whatever industry you pick, if you outwork everybody, if you try to be a little smarter than everybody, if you try to be a better salesperson than everybody, if you try to be better prepared than everybody, you've got your best chance. Because if you don't do it and somebody else does, you're naive and you don't know any better, all you do is learn. And if you fail, it doesn't matter. And so
And if you fail, it doesn't matter. And so whether I was 9, 10, 12, 16, 21, the failures were irrelevant. And whether you're 9, 12, 16, 21, 22, 24, I'm sleeping on the couch. I have a car with a hole in the floorboard. I'm living like a bum and like a student. And so what did I have to lose? And so I think that influenced me as much as anything. So my dad was like, go for it. Why not? What have you got to lose? You have to sleep on a different couch. So I think that was motivation.
You just have to put in the time. I think what I learned most is that everybody's got will and everybody's got dreams and everybody's got aspirations, but it's only the people that really put in the time that get there. And I think I learned most that despite any setbacks, that if I just keep on grinding, I keep on working, that I usually can outwork people. And then I also learned that no matter how many times you fail, it really doesn't matter. All it takes is one hit, and then everybody can call you an overnight success. The first thing I always look for when I start a company is somebody who's nothing like me. I tend to be a ready, fire, aim, and I try to look for people who are the exact opposite. Everything always interests me. I'm lucky because I really enjoy reading about technology. I'm one of those sick groups of individuals that will read manuals and and go to tech websites and just troll through it and actually read. But I love technology because it's always changing, and whenever you're in an industry that's changing, it also means that everybody's got equal footing and everybody's got that equal opportunity. So it's me against all the 12-year-olds, working on their phones, trying to create the next Facebook, Twitter, whatever comes next. And so I like that challenge. In terms of the next big thing, I really think it's going to be personalized medicine.